Everybody, this is Adam Holland from Get Real Marketing, and this video is 3 simple pay-per-click tips to boost your conversions and lead flow. And as you can see here, just by some of our numbers, this one particular campaign had over 31 million impressions and over 20,000 clicks. And we're looking at showing you how to get these types of results in your business, starting with tip number 1. We do something called sloppy keyword research. It's our sloppy keyword research strategy. Instead of being a what I call keyword Nazi and getting maybe a dozen or 2 dozen keywords together that are high volume and trying to group them into really small, tight keyword groups and stuff, which again is we still group keywords into tight keyword groups for Adwords, but especially for Bing, we just use keyword research software to take one primary keyword, one really broad keyword, and we'll turn it into thousands of long tail keywords. The name of this software, the one that I like to use, is Keyword Snatcher, and this, what it does is it goes and gets autocomplete results from Google, Amazon, Yahoo, various other search engines, and puts them into a text file or a CSV Excel file. And if you're not familiar with what autocomplete is, if you just go to Google and you start typing in a keyword, let's just say you type in marketing, it's going to try and guess what you're typing in. So you start typing in marketing, and then all of a sudden, you know, some words below that will show up for you to choose from, and those are typically the higher volume keywords. Well, not only does it do it for like marketing and then something, we type in marketing space the letter A, and then it'll give us a bunch of answers, marketing space B, and so forth, and it'll give you even more answers. And there's several other strategies that this software uses, and it literally takes one keyword, and we've gotten, I think, up to 8,000 keywords or maybe even more just from one broad type keyword. So it's a way to be able to build out your keyword lists very, very, very quickly. The next thing we do is we just group keywords into ad groups of around 1,000 keywords. It needs to be 1,000 keywords or below to be able to actually go into AdWords. I'm sorry, Bing Ad Center. That's a maximum of 1,000 keywords per ad group. And the reason that we do this is because we're not so interested in which of the keywords are tripping the conversion or the ad. We're trying to figure out how inexpensively we can get these clicks for, and we want our ads out everywhere they're going to be seen around this topic, and that's the whole strategy behind this. And we're going to go into a little bit more of this in the next tip in just a second, but to clarify this strategy with AdWords, it's basically the same keyword list as Bing, but we don't use the deep keywords, the keywords that go past probably the first 200 or so results, and you'll see, you know, in the case of the marketing keyword, marketing space A or B or C, we'll go through, you know, A through Z, but we won't go into any of the other keywords beyond that are the much more long tail keywords. They could be questions that are being asked, or again, keyword strings that are 5, 6, 7, 8 words long. We won't do that for Google. Ad groups should have between 1 and 10 keywords, maybe as high as 30 if they're all very closely related, but we try and get them or between 1 and 10, typically somewhere around 3 to 7 if we can all do that. How do you want to group the keywords quickly? Well, we use a piece of software called wordstream. What WordStream does is it'll take your keywords and it uses its software to go through and group those keywords into terms that are mostly closely related. So this way you're not going to spend hours going through a list of 5 or 10,000 keywords trying to group them accordingly and uploading those to Google manually or anything like that. Again, automation is the key here. Moving on to tip number 2. Another thing we do is demographic keywords. So for something like internet marketing, that's like an obvious keyword. If I'm trying to target an internet marketer, that's going to be probably the most obvious and expensive keyword. The idea here is to go laterally. Who is my typical customer, and what other interests do they have? Where else do they hang out online? What other websites do they visit? So someone, for instance, that is interested in entrepreneurship and or doing a startup business or getting started with a business, we might go after keywords that are based around the show Shark Tank, or around one of the people on Shark Tank is Mark Cuban. We might go after keywords that are closely related to Mark or to that show, or various other magazine names or authors or things like that. Things that are somewhat parallel but not as obvious. So you can use lots of different tools online to do that, but the biggest tool that you want to use for this is your brain, because your brain is going to know a lot more especially compared to software, in terms of kind of connecting the dots between these type of demographics. One example that we use here in one of our offers is a product called crackingobamacare.com. The purpose of this product is to show Americans how to save on health insurance, lower their income tax, and increase their retirement savings, all in 3 simple steps. Our target market is typically conservative or libertarian groups, Christians, maybe somebody that's an activist, somebody that's for the Second Amendment, for freedom of speech, for freedom, basically. So some keywords that might go and target are like people's names like Ron Paul or Rand Paul or Ted Cruz or Glenn Beck, who's a radio show host. We might also go around keywords like Duck Dynasty, which is a very popular TV show for that demographic, or the NRA, the National Rifle Association. Going after those type of keywords that are not necessarily obvious, like healthcare would be, health insurance would be, but they're also not, $5 per click. So going into those lateral markets and demographic type keywords is going to help you lower your cost per click and get your ads seen a heck of a lot more. And tip number 3 is focus on your ad copy. Keywords and really pumping in lots of keywords into your different ad groups will get your ad seen more, while ad copy will get you more clicks. And the idea here is to really mix up your ad copy, really gear it towards a variety of different people, a variety of ads for a variety of people. So, does your product or service have different benefits or results? In the case of the Cracking Obamacare product, some of the results benefits are reduce your healthcare premiums, or increase your income tax refund, and that might be worded a little bit better like decrease your income taxes, or save more for retirement. We can actually do 3 separate ads for that and see which of those benefits hit the nail on the head for more of the clients, which one strikes a chord for more people that are seeing these ads. And we can also gear our ads towards different demographics. We can actually put as the headline in the ad, attention single moms, or business owners agree, or discounts for new parents. So we can go after different websites and gear our ad and our products and services really for those demographics. Now, here are some other things that you're going to want to consider while doing pay-per-click. First of all, how do you write your ad copy? I just went over a couple of specific examples, but we actually have some specific strategies, several of them, that allow you to build out dozens of ads to test out in your marketplace. So that's one thing to consider, is how many different ads are you going to create, and how are you going to be able to target as many people as possible and gear your offer towards as many people as possible. Next is your landing page. What's the best format and the best layout for pay-per-click? What's the best headline? And do you actually have a landing page swipe file or a headline swipe file? Or are you even familiar with that term swipe file? Is that something you've even heard before? If not, that's definitely something you'll want to look into. Next thing is compliance. Are you putting your entire business at risk and you don't even know it? You might be going out there and putting all of your ads out there and putting up a landing page that could get you tens of thousands of clicks per day. But if you don't have the right few things on that website, you're risking getting your entire website or your entire account banned on these different pay-per-click platforms like Google AdWords and Bing Ad Center. Next is conversion rates and tracking. The difference between an offer that loses money, breaks even, and makes a lot of money could be only a few tweaks, just tracking a few different things on that page and optimizing it. And guess what? If you're not tracking and optimizing it, you might not even know it. You might be saying, oh, I've done another offer that's not making me money, and you don't know why. So that's why tracking and optimizing for conversion rates is very important. And lastly, follow-up. You can go out there and spend all sorts of money on pay-per-click, spend all this time setting up these campaigns to get all these clicks and generate these leads, but if you're doing follow-up wrong, it doesn't matter how much traffic or how many leads you get from your advertising campaigns, because you will always get a negative ROI. So follow-up, again, very important. So where to go from here and what to do next. First of all, head over to getrealmarketing.net. If you're already there watching this video, awesome. If not, go there and opt in and get on our newsletter. We do sell traffic. If you're looking for traffic for your offers, we can help you out with that. If you want us to build you a pay-per-click campaign, landing pages, do all the keyword research for you, everything, we can discuss that. If you're familiar with some of these things and you're just looking to get a consultation and have us look at what you currently have set up and give you some pointers, we can do a pay-per-click consultation with you as well. So head over to getrealmarketing.net and connect with us, and we'll do what we need to serve you best here. Also, subscribe to our YouTube channel so you constantly get these new free marketing and free training tips. Also, get on our marketing tips newsletter at getrealmarketing.net to get these updates. So looking forward to serving you, looking forward to working with you. Again, Adam Holland from getrealmarketing.net. Talk to you again soon, and we'll see you in the next video.